Hello, I'm Katrina Greenhill.
And I'm Jerome Hughes, and YTB Travel has been an unbelievable dream. You know, over the last 2 years and 9 months, to say what has happened to our families is just unbelievable. More important, the amount of people that we've affected, our team members, to see so many people free from this company is truly a dream come true. About 20 years ago, I was a meat cutter at a grocery store called Piggly Wiggly. And one day I was getting off work, and the store manager said to me that he wanted me to come to his home. He shared an opportunity with me pertaining to home-based business. He drew all these circles on the board, telling me all the money that I could make in that particular company. Now, I didn't believe one word the guy was saying, simply because my mentality would not allow me to believe that I can earn that type of money. I bought the product that night. A couple of weeks later, a guy that used to pick up the bone dust where I used to cut meat at Piggly Wiggly, I was telling him how that particular product was working in my home. He invited me to his home. I shared the opportunity with him. Never, ever have sold anything before in my life. 7 people bought that product, and from there, you know, that was my first experience in home-based business. Katrina was also involved in that particular business with me. And since that time, we've been involved with many companies. Well, we've made some serious money over the times. You know, we would get started with companies, and we'll get to the point where we're making $20,000, $30,000 a month, and 3 months later, that company is completely out of business because of poor management. And most of the companies really didn't have an interest in being in business long-term anyway. So that was kind of our intro into home-based business before we discovered YTB Travel.
When Jerome came to me, he called me and said, Katrina, there's definitely something we need to take a look at. And once we went out to the company, we visited with the owners, and, you know, knowing and listening and talking and feeling the, you know, the vibes from the owners, and actually we went to the convention. We went to the convention, and Jerome said, Katrina, this is definitely something we want to get involved in. And their future and where they're going, I mean, we can see that we're going to be there for longevity. You know, I just purchased a 745 BMW, and, you know, without YTB Travel, I don't think I would have been able to do that. YTB provided all of this for me. Thank you, YTB Travel.
I was flying every single day, 5 days out of the week. I was in a different city, different state, you know, helping people build their business. That's one of the reasons why we bought an RV. We see ourselves by the end of this year having about 3 of these RVs, you know, taking the nation on vacation. Make sure you go to GoTeamVision.com. Go to that website, and on that website, you're gonna see, download how to get started the correct way. And then, Bob, what we're gonna do, we're gonna see you at the top. It's gonna be the very top. Bob, it will be the tip top. See you when you get there. Talk to you then. Bye-bye. What I do as far as YTB Travel, not only do I recruit, but I go from city to city, state to state, showing people and helping people, convincing people that this is the real company. Not only being involved in YTB Travel, but having YTB Travel in you. And on the back end, Katrina is able to help them with their booking engine, answer any questions pertaining to travel. So it's been a win-win as far as a partnership with me and Katrina. Traveling wholesale versus retail. And as she was going through her presentation, you know, when you're talking to people about travel, they're not going to get upset. I mean, they're not going to get upset if you're talking to them about a cruise or a hotel or a basketball game or, playing some golf. We're going to have their interest.
The lady told me $360 for 5 days. My next question was, how many thousands of dollars will I have to pay up front in order to be able to take advantage of that? She said at that particular time it was $399.
It's a way to travel wholesale versus retail. Be able to write that off on your taxes, and if they make a decision to make some serious money, they own a booking engine.
1 month later, my business partner Katrina, she booked me and my wife to fly to Waikiki, Honolulu, 5 days, 4-star hotel, airfare included, for $360 per person.
We sell recess. That's the difference between everything else. We're not selling pills, potions, or lotions. No long distance, no prepaid. We're selling recess.
That's the travel industry. It is the largest industry in the entire world.
Travel is something that every individual loves to do, and I love to travel. And guess what? This is definitely the business that I think that I would always be in, because guess what? I don't care how many lotion and potion that they have out there. Guess what? Travel is definitely going to be here for a lifetime. You never, ever can see yourself ever stop working YTB Travel, because it's endless. And, you never want to ever stop helping people. And we know that, being where we are with staying steadfast, that we can help so many people. And, to come, to pull up, to get out of the rut that they are in. And with that, we could never, ever see ourselves stop working YTB Travel.
If you would put, 2 to 10 hours part-time in your home-based business with YTB Travel, being coachable, I would say in a 8-month to a year time, you could fire your boss.